Before we get started, we would like to wish everyone a happy holiday and thank everyone who watched our videos and supported us this year.
Yes, happy holidays.
On today's episode, we discussed Better Watch Out. Stephanie, what did you think about Better Watch Out?
I was completely surprised, taken aback. I really thought that this was going to be some combination of like Krampus and the Babysitter. I really was expecting, that some sort of invasion would happen in the house, whether it be Santa, whether it be like a Krampus kind of character, some sort of mean holiday spirit, even less supernatural. I even thought maybe it would be kind of a break-in, just like a normal people break-in on Christmas. Mm-hmm. To have it be that little baby boy, I was like, what's happening?
Oh my God. So did you know anything about this movie before we watched it?
No, I think I watched the trailer too. No, only after you told me about that we were watching it. I think I watched the trailer and I still didn't get that anything was happening or like who it would be. So they hit it really well.
Yeah, I was going to say, even when you Google the movie, there's no clues that it was the kid who set up this elaborate... Yeah. Would this be a prank?
Plot? It's not anymore. It's a plot.
I unfortunately did get this movie spoiled for me, so I did know what was happening. But I still think it was a pretty enjoyable movie, even with the twist spoiled.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know how I would go in if I knew that happened. I think I would have been really skeptical and sussing it out. But I did think both of them were, not terrible people, but I was like, okay, so he's kind of a little pervy because he wants to make moves on his babysitter. She seems like a little, like typical teenager, not like paying attention to other people because she almost hits a cat or something driving all the way over there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, so here comes Santa to punish them or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's this kid.
Yeah. Do you like the twist, or were you hoping it to be more of a more stereotypical, well, not stereotypical, but traditional movie break-in scenario?
I see it two ways. I do like the twist. I think it's interesting, but I think they take it a little too far, as in what he could actually manage to get away with. I mean, because he goes from 0 to 60 really quickly, where he's like a full-on like Jeffrey Dahmer kind of style killer by the end.
Oh, snap.
But like at first he starts out so innocent, and also by the time he kills the ex-boyfriend, I was like, what are we doing here? Like there's no way you're covering this up before your parents get home. But I guess he was shifting blame, and I was like, all right, I guess he thought of everything.
Yeah, that was going to be my big question to you. Do you think he could have gotten away with this had Ashley died?
I guess? I don't know. Apparently, he has been getting away with stuff before. So, like, we know that he killed his friend's hamster and lied about it.
Did you ever tell Garrett that you killed his hamster?
What? The answer is no next turn. You said LeBron escaped out of the hole in my screen.
He did. He was just dead first.
What the fuck, man?
It was an accident, and besides, it was like 2 years ago. And you have a cat now, so he would have died anyway.
And then he made up this whole sleepwalking thing that his mom was so concerned about just to plot for this.
Yeah, well, he said he did that so he could also, I think, leave at night or something, an excuse to stay up late or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
But, I mean, it worked out in his favor in this situation, too. But he just scheming all the time.
Yeah, rotten kid. Like, really?
That's to put it lightly. Were you surprised at how far he went?
Yes, every time. Like, when he knocks her out, I was like, okay, I guess, he's taking it too far, but maybe he'll come to his senses. But then when they try to do truth or dare as like an excuse to assault her, I was like, what is happening? Are we watching like a Last House on the Left kind of scenario with kids? And
it's interesting because when you first watch the movie, at least like the first third or maybe even first half, it's brightly lit. There's some comedy elements. Patrick Warburton's in this. It's kind of silly. And then with a flip of a dime, it just like completely changes a little bit to me, I think. And like shit gets serious.
Yes, very quickly. And just like the glee he takes from it, like when he gets excited to do the Home Alone, what did he call it? Mythbuster style on Ricky. I was like, oh no, oh, he really is like a sociopath or something, he's completely lost it. He's crazy. But then when the friends stuck around for it, I was like, boy, you gotta get out.
What's his name? Garrett?
Yeah, poor Garrett.
I don't know. I go at one hand, poor Garrett, but like, how was there no inkling that your friend is a killer at this point?
Yeah.
Like, you had to have known something was up, right?
Mhm.
Am I off base here?
No, I think Garrett was ignoring the signs, and maybe also Garrett didn't have other friends is why
That
he was
could be.
more tolerant of what Luke was up to. But yeah, Luke was going way too far compared to what Garrett wanted to do.
I know. Yeah, Garrett.
What Garrett wanted to do wasn't great either, but...
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, for Garrett, no one was getting hurt. But as soon as Luke slapped Ashley and she fell down the stairs, Garrett's like, what are you doing? And then at that point, we should have been like, okay, pump the brakes. But he just, I don't know if Luke was just really manipulative, because we kind of just see Garrett going along with it and not too much of Luke convincing him.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I mean, he questions it, but then it just kind of keeps going. But we do see, though, when anyone tries to leave the house, he's kind of home alone to his house to stop anyone from getting out. Like, he's got tripwire and shooting BBs or something at that. Even when Ashley makes a break for it, he drops a brick on her head, like to knock her back out and drag her back inside. So
I think those traps were more or less when Garrett runs out initially when they're setting up the plot to make it look like there's somebody outside. I think that was set up for the whole fake shooting scene. It just happened to work out for him when Ashley also went past there,
I don't know. I just feel like if Garrett did make a run for it and was like, this has gone too far, I don't want to be involved, I'll go get help, something of that nature would have happened to him as well.
I'd be curious because he had the brick, but like Ashley was right there. Like, she really could have gotten away. I feel like he didn't booby trap the house enough or do enough to stop her, but it worked out in his favor. She didn't get away, but I feel like he didn't really think ahead that much in the sense of he was thinking on the spot.
Really? Because I thought some things were almost like too perfectly planned. Because like when she does make the break for it, she is right next door to carolers at a house.
Mm-hmm.
And so he has enough time to hit her with a brick, drag her inside, and make hot cocoa for them. And then by the time they get to his house, he's just like, yay. And then like everyone's all bloody and tied up in the back of the house. Like,
well, I don't know. I feel like hitting someone with a brick doesn't take that much planning.
Well, more or less like the fact that he was upstairs, would have to run downstairs, drag her in, make hot cocoa, then be out there for the carolers.
Yeah.
It seemed a little too perfect, I guess, for things to go his way.
Well, also, I guess, you know what? That is a good transition to this little shithead. And just, he thinks everything's going to work out for him. And it just feels like a level of privilege that he's used to.
For sure. Like, he definitely is overconfident about how this will all be perceived. He's ready to blame it all on Jeremy. Like, after Jeremy's dead, he just starts putting Jeremy's hand on everything to collect fingerprints. And I'm like, wow, like, you really think that's going to do it? I don't know. It was just odd, but not odd, but it, like, I was going to be really mad if they just showed everyone getting rolled out and they had all passed and he just gets to sit with mommy, which is all he ever wanted, apparently.
I would have thrown the TV out of the window. I would have lost it.
I was still a little pissed, though, that we didn't get to see him arrested or something, or Ashley, like, accuse him. I guess it's enough to know that he's fucked.
Well, but also, you got to think, will they believe her? Because it's going to be her word against his at that point, right?
That's true. That is true.
Like, it's not a slam dunk that he is caught. I feel maybe it is, but I also have to think, like, at this point, it's just going to be Ashley versus Luke. Obviously, there's going to be a case, I would assume. And then who's going to believe who kind of situation.
That's true. And they'll probably test her for, like, blood alcohol they made her drink and that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I don't know. This actually could probably do another Christmas sequel. Like, it would be funny if it went to, like, trial at Christmas or something.
That'd be interesting. And then I guess, what would the story be after that? Is it just the whole trial? Is it just a big crime procedural?
Yeah, I don't know if they would completely shift that far. More or less, probably maybe him getting off because they can't prove anything, and both of them are able to go home for Christmas and he comes to take revenge. Who knows?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've written it for him.
Oh yeah, there we go. I swear we do this like every other episode. We're like a sequel idea. Let's do it.
But what were your thoughts on mainly Luke and stuff? Especially in the beginning, I thought, okay, it's sort of like the babysitter perspective. Like he has a crush on his babysitter. Kind of weird that he's like planning on like what will turn her on and stuff like that to make a move on her. That's a little further than I expected him to go. He also saves a spider, and then you're like, oh, maybe he's still, a good kid, just a little confused, young, whatever. But what were your thoughts on him, especially before the reveal?
I'm trying to like pull myself out of the fact that I knew what was going to happen. I don't know. He just seemed like a typical kid at first. I think he's like, 12? So having a crush on your babysitter is not a new concept by any stretch of the imagination. So that like didn't bother me. But once he just turned, I hated him so much. Flames, heating flames on the side of my face. Everything I was so pissed off. Like I was just mad.
Yeah.
This movie. At one point, he hits the boyfriend when he comes in with a baseball bat. And he's like showboating, like kind of dancing down the hallway. Ricky kind of gets the upper hand on him for like a second and he starts cowering in fear.
Right.
And I'm like, you little asshole. And then Luke gets the upper hand again and then he's showboating again. And it just shows like how this confidence he has is all just for show.
Yeah.
And like it breaks in a second. And I'm like, that also just like got under my skin. I'm like, say it with your whole chest, or you know what I'm saying? Like, he's just so irritating, and obviously he's a psychopath. Like,
obviously, yes. I did like, though, obviously Ashley has a type with the boyfriends, like kind of a himbo, but not always a great himbo. Like, there are bad himbos, I'm sure. I felt like Ricky wasn't your typical macho, like, movie boyfriend, like, I'm just gonna go in there and knock heads kind of thing. He was like, oh, there's pizza. And I thought it was very honest when he peed his pants. And I was like, I'd pee my pants too if someone pointed a gun at me.
Whatever you just said, say it again. I fucking dare you.
I said, I need the bathroom.
Oh, stop it!
Even if it was a child, like.
Oh man, the scene when he comes in initially and Garrett and Luke are trying to divert him away from seeing Ashley in the kitchen. Yeah. I was like gripping the couch. I'm like, please, she's right there. Just please. And then he gets caught. I was just, devastated.
I felt so bad for Ashley too. Like she was tied up for the majority of this movie. And there was so little that she could do to fight back. And at one point, he like touches her face and she acts like she enjoyed it and then kicks him between the legs. And I was like, maybe she should have, like, I know it would be weird and gross and maybe she should have at least gone along with, like, maybe that she would kiss him or something to get away with from him. But
I know.
I don't know how far he wanted to go either and probably wanted to go all the way. But
once she was free, I feel like she could have taken him. I don't know.
Yeah.
She just was taken aback, obviously, because, like I said earlier, he slaps her out of nowhere. Like she did not expect that. So that's how he was able to like get her kind of a thing. But I feel like, I don't know, she could take him.
Yeah.
Like if she did the same thing to him, trick him, it'd been game over for Luke.
Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about Jeremy. I was like, why is Jeremy putting up with all of this shit from this 12-year-old? Like telling him he has to write an apology before he goes and sees this girl that wants to talk to him. Like, just fucking knock him out of the way and go inside. Like,
with the knowledge that we know and what he's doing, I don't know, knocking out a 12-year-old to go get into his house and then see your ex-girlfriend isn't a good look. So maybe he was.
I didn't mean like let's like make him pass out, but I meant just like she said she wanted me here. Let me see her. Like,
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I see it both ways because again, it's his house. So if you're going in without his permission, that is technically breaking and entering. I suppose, that's true. Right? But in any case, you mentioned Ashley going with it, but part of me in this movie likes that she is defiant to him, even though she's in this sticky situation. She's still like, it's like, fuck you, kid.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It could be more expected for her to play along just to get out than for her to be completely like, I'm not doing whatever you want me to do all the time. Like when they try to drug her with the, I don't know, they said that they caught something off the playground. I don't know what that was. She just like knocks it out of his hand with her head and smashes the bottle. I was like, that's good. I'm glad that she didn't end up having to be forced to take anything.
Well, he said she'd forget all this in the morning.
Yeah, and then they would blame her for whatever went on, so.
Drink.
Hard pass.
If you drink, all of this goes away. You bitch!
Oh, my God. Ugh.
Yeah.
It's so stressful.
Also, I feel like I will give her the benefit of the doubt for the shock that this must have put her in because she has been babysitting this kid for 4 years. And I'm sure he wasn't like this at all until this night.
Yeah,
So.
for sure. I don't blame her at all, honestly. I really like Ashley. I think she was a really well-defined character, and she made some good choices, in my opinion, especially when she was able to grab that shard of glass and like cut her way out, and she waited till the moment where she could run away. Unfortunately, it was during Ricky's death, and she wasn't completely out of the chair and she couldn't stop it, but I liked Ashley a lot.
Yeah, me too. I like that too. Like it wasn't really up to the boyfriends to save her either. So it was going to be her or nobody. What do you think, if everything would have gone right, what do you think was his plan for this? Like obviously he had a plan to blame everything on Ashley for anything that went on that wasn't going to be able to be cleaned up, I guess, by the time his parents got there.
So you mean like if Luke's plan came to fruition, like what would it have been?
If no like hiccups in the plan, like, well, also he invited other people here too, so they weren't really even hiccups, they were planned.
Right. He was going to kill these people.
Everything went to according to his plan, really. But.
Right. I don't know, because let's just say, for example, he made a move on Ashley and she was like, Luke, I do love you. Like, we should be in this relationship together. Like, would he have called off everything else?
Yeah, because as far as we know, Garrett is still on the way to stage this break-in, too, which was also, I think that was the most suspenseful part, because we don't know who's after them, why can't they leave the house. That was the most suspenseful part for me.
Oh, really?
They're like running through the house trying to hide from them.
Interesting.
and plus, like the peeking out the doors and seeing the flashlight shine in their face, I was like, how does this person not see them?
Oh, I know. Because he's not real.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. I guess I just don't understand exactly. So Luke, let's just say Ashley and Luke get together and they're in a relationship now. I mean, she's moving, so it's not going to work. But, okay, is that happy ending for Luke? Or was he still going to kill everyone? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, because he did tell Ricky to come and then Jeremy, so I don't know, maybe it was just at first to get Ricky out of the way and would be hoping that Ashley would go along with that. But that's why I feel like the plan almost comes together too perfectly for him to go from like, oh, I hope I get laid to, now she said no, so we're going to just murder her ex, her boyfriend, and blame it all on one of them.
Okay. Yeah, but this is where I think not everything was specifically planned, because the only reason that it did escalate to where it did is because Ashley noticed that Garrett was wearing that either hat or mask or whatever that was in the
so
picture.
They could have been doing that all night for all.
Yeah, that's why I think, oh shit, she figured out it was us. Now we have to pivot.
Oh, okay.
Because realistically, had she figured it out, they could have just stopped, right? Luke could have been like, you caught us. I'm sorry. I'm in trouble. But he didn't want to get in trouble. So that's where it escalated. So that's why I think some of this he thought of on the spot.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because had Ashley not figured out it was Garrett, it would have just kept going.
Right.
So at some point, I don't know when his cutoff time was, but he's like, Garrett, this is you guys? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's your mask. Oh my god. Oh my god!
Ash, no!
Garrett!
Dude?
Take that mask off!
There was also no way she wasn't going to tell his parents at this point.
Oh,
Like as long as she found out it was Garrett, there was no way she wasn't going to tell because she almost broke her neck falling out of the attic.
Right. And this is the thing that's interesting because, okay, yeah, what they did was really bad, but it wasn't that bad. Luke would have gotten in trouble.
No, none of them would have went to jail for it.
Exactly.
Anything.
So
yeah.
I think this is like his warped sense of like, I can't get in trouble at all for anything. In his head, like getting in trouble at all would have been end of the world type situation.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, oh, let's just keep this going to the point where I can frame it on everyone else, even though, yeah, you would have gotten in trouble, kid, but it wouldn't have been that bad. Just like Ashley's mad at you, but okay.
Yeah, and he does have like those stereotypical like mommy issues for killers. That like he's worried about tracking mud on the carpet or something because you hear him yell at Garrett one time while Ashley's trying to get free. Like, not supposed to be on the carpet. My mom will kill me. Like, I'm like, we're far beyond that.
Yeah, killing people is fine as long as I'm able to explain it away.
Yeah,
and not get in trouble for that. Like, you could have just stopped this.
I was worried though that the parents would come home and also be like, it's what our boy wants, kind of thing. Like they would just go along with it because privilege, whatnot.
Oh, like they found out that he actually killed people, and they were like,
and they were just
cover this
supportive.
up.
Yeah,
yeah. I could honestly see that happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would have been a good end twist.
That would have been, yes. I think that would have been really cool. Like, he's in the process of cleaning up, and you think that he's going to get away with it, or he thinks he got away with it. Ashley wakes up before the cops come or anything, and then she tries to like explain to them or something,
and they cancel the call or whatever to call the police, or and they're like, well. We can't have this ruining our boy's bright future. Like,
but yes, that would have been like twist part 2. That would have been so cool.
Yes, we've improved it twice now. I just considered, just because I was like, this is so far that he's gone, that I was like, maybe the family could be in on it. Who knows? Because the dad kind of like leers at Ashley. Like,
he's
like
pervy too.
in like a funny way, but still like,
a little inappropriate.
She's 17, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord. You are breathtaking.
I don't know about you, Tiger, but I'm going to miss that girl.
New carpet.
Side tangent. Did you know the mom is Helen Lyle in Candyman?
Oh, okay.
Just a random fun fact.
Yeah.
I was like,
Also, Garrett is one of the kids from The Visit. The younger boy from The Visit.
Well, the girl is the girl from The Visit.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they starred in that together.
I just recognized the kid. Like, I just recognized the kid. I didn't recognize her, but.
Mm-hmm. And they are all Australian. Because like her accent comes out for like a second.
You're a selfish brat with no consideration and you need therapy. Lots of it.
Not that it matters, but it's just interesting that they all had to do an American accent.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I think it's wild that they were together on the same movie twice.
Mm-hmm. Like, fun fact for everybody.
I'm glad he didn't kill any animals in front of us. I felt like that was also a potential because the cat saw him kill Jeremy, and I was like, this poor cat.
The cat's like, fuck this place. I'm leaving.
I know, just him staring at the body like, what the hell is this? What
is going on here?
Merry Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't go into any animal abuse, because that would have just brought this movie down a little bit for me. But I really enjoyed it overall.
Yeah, I liked it. I would watch this one again. I mean, I would like to give it a little time so then I'm not like immediately remembering the last time I watched it. But yeah, I would watch it after 5 years or so and be like, yeah, it's fun.
Good time all around. Yeah,
a fun time.
For our ratings, we're going to score 4 aspects of the movie out of 3. We'll total that up to get our overall scare rating. Stephanie, what were your ratings for this movie?
I gave plot a 2. I gave suspense a 1. I gave atmosphere a 0. I gave villain a 1. And I gave it my extra special point.
Okay. Not bad.
Yeah, I didn't want to get it too high. It's not like I'm scared of this 12-year-old, so... But I had to give the points to the plot because I definitely wasn't expecting him at first.
Mm-hmm.
And the only suspenseful thing I thought of was really the fake home invasion.
Okay.
Like I kind of figured everything would work out, at least until the last minute for him.
That makes sense. Yeah, I'm not surprised by those, of course.
Okay. How about you?
All right. I gave plot a 2. I actually gave suspense a 2. Atmosphere 0. Villain a 0, but I really want to give it a -1 because fuck this kid. I'm not afraid of him. I hate him. He's the worst.
Push him down in the snow and get out of there.
I literally, -1. I'm not afraid of you at all. Go away.
That's fair.
And then I did give it my extra point.
Okay.
So I actually did find this movie relatively suspenseful. And I actually thought the second half was more suspenseful than the first half. Yeah, we kind of know what's going on now, but Ashley's tied up. It escalates still. Like, she can't do much at first. She's trying to get out, but without getting caught. So I found that aspect more suspenseful than trying to run around the house in the beginning. But I could see both ways.
Okay.
I just do think it is suspenseful in the beginning, but I just think the second half, like, where is this going to go?
Yeah, I mean, from the fake break-in to like the end of them potentially trying to assault her, I felt like that portion was the most suspenseful, because after that they're kind of like against the clock to do whatever they want to do, like, and apparently it's killing these boyfriends. And then I don't know, we're gonna go from there. But then obviously stuff happens with Garrett, stuff happens with Ashley, so they're kind of like trying to beat the clock, make sure that everything gets in its proper place so then they can blame it on somebody else before the end. I didn't find that part so suspenseful at that point.
That's fair. Yeah, it's just, what's going to happen next to Ashley? Like, poor Ashley.
I know, right? I hope she's okay. She did lose a lot of blood. I was like, oh, damn, she dead.
She was close, but I love the flip off at the very end. I'm
yes.
Like, get him, girl.
Right.
Totaling up the points, you gave it a 5, and I also gave it a 5. However, I really want to give it a 4 because that -1 villain. But it's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you said, he's not scary. I hate that little brat. But I mean, I guess just because everything seems to work out for him, and he's got the default of being just like a harmless 12-year-old too to fall back on. So like if this ever does become a he said, she said sort of case, like chances are they will believe him first because he is the child and she's supposed to be the adult in the situation.
I'll push him down the stairs. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, and we will see you next year for 2026.
Yes, thank you. And you can follow us on social media using 13 Degrees of Screams.
This has been 13 Degrees of Screams, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.